Hello, I'm Rebecca and welcome to my YouTube channel Crafting with Rebecca. I live in Queensland, Australia, and I live between Brisbane and the Gold Coast near Tamborine Mountain. Today it's Saturday the 25th of October and this is my second go at recording this today. We had some technical issues and here we are recording again. So today I have a couple of finishes, some whip updates, a new start and some shopping and some older projects to share with you. So first up is my finish. I finished the ornaments from the Quilted Rose. The pattern is called Let It Snow. So here we are. Don't they look lovely? So there are 12 ornaments in the kit, and the kit I got had all the bits to make it, including the fabric and the thread, which was a Cosmos thread. So each ornament is different. Don't they look lovely? It took a long time to finish them because with these you had to cover the red fabric on 2 plastic pieces, then sew them together around the edge, and then you had to sew this part onto the dotty fabric. So when there's 12, there's quite a lot to do. So they're all done now, which is lovely. I have another finish, which was also a new start as well. And this one is an ornament that I have made for my 3rd Christmas tree. I've been inspired to have a hand-stitched Christmas tree project, so these ones will be going on them as well. So for my next one, it's a pattern from Catkin and Lily, and it's called Stacked Snowflakes, and it's been done on perforated paper. So I have used some Stampin' Up paper and dies to be the base of it, and then I've glued onto the paper the perforated paper that's been stitched. I use Gentle Arts threads, and I'll put the names of those on the screen for you. That was a nice quick stitch, and it only took me a night to stitch all the bits and then a morning to just cut it out and stick it all together. I also have a non-stitched project to share with you that I finished, which also is Christmas ornaments. I worked on it last night, it only took me about an hour. So I think I've mentioned that I like diamond dots, and Kmart, which is a discount store here, had a lovely kit that had 4 ornaments. So here's 2. Aren't they nice? They're a bit shiny, although not as sparkly as some. So that's 2 of them. And then here are the other 2. Don't they look nice? And one of the best parts of this kit was that it was only about $5, so you can't go wrong, can you? As this is my second attempt at recording today, my projects were all nicely ironed for you, but now they've all, because I put them all back in their frames, they're all a bit crinkly now, but I'm not ironing again. So here we go. So my first whip that I've been working on is Chromatic Dragon. So I'll put a picture of what Gertie's going to look like when she's done. Her name is Chromatic Dragon, and it's by Mikey Bergman, and it's been charted by Pain Free Crafts. This project's going to take me about 5 years to do if I do about 700 stitches a week, and I've actually been keeping track, and I am up ahead of schedule actually for that, so that's great. I'll put the number of stitches ahead on the screen. So sometimes words are hard. My progress is pretty good, so I'll put a picture of where I was last time here, and now I'll show you where I'm up to. So look how much I got done. I got lots done, didn't I? So we've almost finished the 2nd page, but there's still probably quite a bit of stitches to go, including a lot of confetti in that horn, but we're getting there. So since last time, I've done 2,037 stitches. I've done 7,602 in total, and I'm at 3.63%. I think to get the next, to get to 4%, I need to do just under 1,000. So we might try for that, but we'll see how we go. But yes, it's looking lovely and I'm really enjoying it. On this side of the project, which is on page 8, I think, so that'll be a little way off. The last couple of pages look like they're very heavy with black and 939. So they might actually be quick stitches because it looks like there's predominantly just the 2 colours on that page. So that might be nice for a quick page win. But I was looking at the numbers of stitches, and whilst black, like 310, has just over 9,000 stitches to go, 939's got 21 odd thousand to go. I might need to buy another cone of that one. I've only got a cone of black so far. So my next whip, which is one I always love to do, is the Peppermint Purple 52-week sale. So here we are. So we did this time weeks 42 and 43, which are on this side. It was this larger one here and that one there. So they were fairly big ones. They did take me longer than half an hour to do, but it's just looking fantastic and not many gaps to go. From the beginning of November, I think we actually get 2 patterns a week, so that we can get it finished before the end of the year. And then you can also, at the beginning of December, sign up for the free sale for 2026. So that I've already done that as a club member, but yes, I'm very excited for that. My goal is in December, if I have time in amongst my jingle ball stitching, to get the border done for the next one. So my next whip is a new start from the historical sampler. This came in my advent box, although you can still purchase it. You can get a PDF one and that'll get emailed to you each fortnight. Well, I think it's fortnight. So here we are so far. So for part 1, you've got your outer border and then it looks like there's ornaments across the top. So it's coming up nicely. One of the border's fairly easy to do. You get into a bit of a rhythm of stitching, but I have counted quite a number of times to make sure I've got the right number of scallops across the top. So far I've done 942 stitches. But she's looking rather nice so far. So next up we have another large one. So Moment in Chalk, if you remember last time, I was working on the border and I'm pleased to say that I've finished the border. So doesn't that look amazing? So I'm really happy with how that's turned out, and it met all the way around. I can count, woohoo! So that's a good thing to know. So as you can see, I've also started the first of the months that go into each block. So here we have January, and I've finished as much as I can because I ran out of white thread. The pattern said 6 skeins of it, so I bought 6, but it has frayed a lot and I've probably used more than I should have, but it broke, so you know, what do you do? So I've done as much of the white as I can. And when I go to the retreat next week, Denise from Coco X Stitch is bringing some for me there, so that's good. But how good is that? But I actually managed to do January in 1 night, so who knows how fast we can get this done. I might even be able to have a finish this year, but we won't make any promises we're not sure that we can keep. So as I mentioned in my last video, I went to the craft show in Brisbane with my mum, my sister and my niece. We had a lovely time there. There wasn't any patchwork places, but there were some sashiko ones. So I did buy something, although not something to actually stitch on. We did find that there was a lot of patchwork and a lot of sewing machines there. So whilst I admire the patchwork, and it's helpful when I need fabric occasionally, but there was a lot of it there. So never mind, hopefully next time there'll be a bit more variety there. So I bought, well actually first of all I did a thread dyeing workshop with BB Bold, and this was so much fun. I was very keen to learn how to dye my own thread, and now I know. So here is the thread that I made. So it's a whole skein, and I just used 2 colours to make. So I did the red and the blue, and of course then when it meets, it makes a lovely purple colour. So we created our pattern, and then we wrapped it up in Glad wrap and put it in a little bag, and then we brought it home, and then I rinsed it out, added it some fixing stuff that makes it set, and then rinsed that out and let it dry. So I bought the kit on how to do that. So I've got the 3 main colours, red, yellow and blue, and then this one is the fixer one, so that will set it. It then comes with 3 of these, I don't know what you call them, dauber doobie things, and on the top here, when you fill it up with your thing, your liquid, then this bit goes up and down, so then it comes out onto your thread. And you also got a 20 metre thing of white cotton to create your own. And you also get one of these, they call them Hanafuku Sashiko samplers. So this is the one that I received in my kit, which I will have to stitch with my new thread. I do actually have a few different ones of these. They're quite a common sashiko square that you can get in many different patterns. So I'm thinking I might one day stitch them into a quilt. One day, not yet. What else did I get? Oh, I got, which is not really stitchy related, but I do other crafts and I'd like to share them with you. I got this beautiful diamond dot kit. Doesn't it look beautiful? Now I know it's AI, but it was just lovely, and it wasn't very expensive either. So this is the actual print. So it's got the plastic over to protect the sticky. Can you see? There's a lot of, that whole background has dots on it, so that part might not be so fun. But I'm hoping I might start that tonight, although it's a bit difficult now. When I diamond dotted in the past, my pussycats would sit on the lounge with me on my recliner chair, but they used to sit between my knees. Well, these days they like to sit a little bit higher so that they can get in the way of my stitching. And I had a tray with my light board on it, so I can't really do that now because they like to stitch there, and they give me very dirty looks if they can't get into the right spot. So we might have to diamond dot in a different place. So I also have done some online shopping and did an order with 123 Stitch. I had watched one of her latest YouTube videos where she was talking about some Christmas ornaments that she was making, and she showcased the Just Cross Stitch magazine and the 2025 holiday issue, which is full of ornaments. Well, I had to get it because I'm having a cross stitch tree now, so I need to have ornaments to put on it. So I got this one, and it has 60 different ornaments in there. Isn't that terrific? And there's some lovely patterns in here. I can't wait. I don't know which one to do first. So I am actually thinking I might use a wheel and decide that way. But one magazine can't travel on its own, can it? So we had to get the magazine from 2023, and this one actually has over 70 ornaments in it, and I actually think I have more that I like in this one than I do for the other magazine, so we'll see which ones we do first. But then 2 magazines can't travel by themselves, so I have been eyeing off these little tart tins. So I got a couple of packets of them, and then I got some rickrack. I got one in this nice rainbow colour, and then I got one that was gold glitter. Now glitter is my favourite colour, but I am rather partial to gold in particular, so we had to have some of that. So that was my stitching from 1, 2, 3 Stitch. I also came across a new designer on Etsy who has some lovely Christmas patterns that I had to have. So at the moment she has a sale on where if you use a certain code you get 75% off. I'll leave a link down below for her patterns there. So the first one I got, you'll be really surprised, is a Christmas bell. Doesn't it just look beautiful? I can't wait to stitch that. And then the next one is a poinsettia wreath. Isn't it just lovely? I can't wait to stitch those. Although, to be honest, it won't be this year. But, you know, it's in the stash now, so it can happen at any time. So I have a couple of older projects to share with you. Now, these ones are from my hallway. I do have quite long hallways, and there's quite a lot of pictures on there. So we'll work our way down the hallway. So for my first one, it is a rather large one. So I'm not sure how well it will fit on the screen. But here we go. Oh, it's upside down. So this is, can we get it without the glare? So this is Village Skater by Stony Creek. And I remember this was a lovely one. Now I forgot to put the date on this one. So I think I did it over 20 years ago. I'm not really sure. I do remember that there is some glitter threads in some of the windows of some of the houses to make it look like the lights are home. But this is a nice one. It is very large, as you can see. So I'll pop that one down. Ooh. Then I have one that's not quite so large, but as you know, I do like cross stitches with houses. So here we are. This is a little one and not half as heavy as the other. And this is Enchanting Cottage, and it's a Dimensions Gold collection from the Petite series. Now this one I did put a date on, and I did it in the year 2000. So I did this 25 years ago. My gosh. But isn't it lovely? It's amazing you can get so much detail in such a relatively small picture. But I do love it. And then in keeping with the house theme, we have a slightly larger one, although not as big as the first. So here we have another thatched cottage, and this is called Lakeside Cottage, and it's from an anchor kit, and I did put the date on this one. And this one is celebrating its 20th anniversary because I did it in 2005. Isn't it lovely? I do think it's rather beautiful. Bring it in. You can see the lovely flowers on the bottom and that gorgeous little house. So I am very pleased with this one. Oh, that bloody rooster drives me insane. So for my plans, I'm going to try and get 1,000 stitches done on Dragon this weekend. Or at least, I might keep working until I get it all the way. Then I do have a retreat that I'm going to next weekend, so I've got to get my projects all packed up for that, and I have some fabric that I want to buy, but I haven't been able to decide by looking online. Oh, that rooster. So I need to make a list of all the fabric that I would like to get so that I don't forget any and don't get carried away with impulse buying. Would I do that? I think I might. So, and I forgot to tell you, words, it's a hard thing today. I'm also going to be putting up my Christmas tree next week, trees. I have 3 now, so, and all the associated decorations. So you'll see that in my background here as well, but I might include some clips of it all too to show you. So that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed spending your time with me today, and I hope you have a lovely weekend and that you get some stitching in. Happy stitching. Bye for now.